Give me 5 minutes and I will share something about life, God, and the Bible. You can also read the Bible passage and do the study questions. Just press show more under this 5-minute window. And they devoted themselves to the apostles' teaching and the fellowship, to the breaking of bread and the prayers. Acts 2:42. What does the word worship mean? The original word in Old Testament Hebrew or New Testament Greek for worship does not mean singing religious songs and coming together on a Sunday morning. It does not mean following an order of songs and listening to a sermon. It does not mean sitting down together in an auditorium. The original Hebrew or Greek word means to bow down before or to prostrate yourself before someone. In the Bible, the word is used when people bow down or fall prostrate before a king or God. Therefore, translated into our situation, worship is more attitude than act. When we leave our Sunday morning worship gathering, can we remain in an attitude of bowing down or falling prostrate before God? I can tell you that in this time of the COVID-19 crisis, it is so difficult to remain in an attitude of bowing down before God. We fear for our lives and the lives of our loved ones. I have heard of people who have gone back to work and have been laid off because of this crisis. We are very nervous when we go to the grocery store to buy our groceries. Can we remain worshipful before God in such circumstances? We throw our arms up in the air. We believe that God is in sovereign control, yet does God know what he is doing? And they devoted themselves to the apostles' teaching and the fellowship, and to the breaking of bread and the prayers. Acts 2:42. This is what worship looked like for the Acts 2 church. It was both personal and corporate. It was not tied down to a Sunday morning activity. The apostles shared their experiences with Jesus. They shared their lives with each other. And that's what the New Testament Greek translated as fellowship means. They broke bread together. This can either mean communion or the Lord's Supper or just a simple meal together. Finally, they poured their hearts before God in prayer. They had to. The Jerusalem temple leadership and the Romans weren't exactly friendly people to this Acts 2 church. In some ways, like the Acts 2 church connecting with each other under the threat of these authorities, we meet right now in this 5-minute window under the threat of the COVID-19 crisis. Yet when this Acts 2 church meets together, they understand that Jesus has saved all of them and has brought them all together. When they meet, they remind each other that Jesus is continuing to save them. And they worship Jesus because of this. They bow down before Jesus because of this. Jesus also says to us now, "For where 2 or 3 gather in my name, there am I with them." Matthew 18 verse 20. So Jesus says that when 2 or 3 of us gather in his name, he is there with us. So right now we meet on this 5-minute window. Who are present? It is you, me, and Jesus. Or should I say, it is Jesus, you, and me. Jesus has saved the 2 of us and has gathered us together in his name here in this 5-minute window. It is Jesus who is telling us that he is keeping us safe during this crisis. And of course, Jesus tells us to do our part. Stay home and save lives. And Jesus also tells us that he will keep us safe, as he has always told us that he would do, no matter whatever happens. And so, may we worship Jesus. May we bow down before Jesus.